to say goodbye. Your whirling hands under the house makes me feel as cold as ice. Anyway, I say goodbye. Yeah, my dreams we were meant to be, but everything feels wrong. The sky is gray, times are changing. This is the end of every day, but it's hard to say goodbye. My dreams we were meant to be, but everything feels wrong. Just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Tried to see all different kinds of paths, but guess I must be blind. Unless you say goodbye. Yeah, my dreams were meant to be, but everything feels wrong. Just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Just doesn't feel. Thanks, Alana. Just doesn't feel Hi, Joyce. I hear my word, I'm saying to you, 'cause I'm looking in your eyes, you're looking past mine, and I'm just trying to break this cycle. Why you staring at the door? You're coming in the way. If you're leaving, that's fine. Don't forget your pride, 'cause I'm just trying to break this cycle. Are you? If you wanna go, I'll stay away. 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 we are again, sitting face to face, saying sorry for things that we can't change. I wanna get away. Do you? Do you? If you wanna go, I'll stay away. If you wanna go, I'll stay away. If you wanna go, I'll stay away. If you wanna go, I'll stay away.
I am so excited. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Oh, crap. I need my. Oh, okay. Here we go. Can you all hear me okay? I hope you can. Can you all hear me? I'm going to lower the music. Can y'all hear me okay? Yes, okay, great. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this very special stream. I'm so excited to talk about this. I'm going to share one of my newly hidden gems this evening as well. So I was going to keep her a secret for a little while. I confess, I was going to keep her a secret for a little while because it's so refreshing to be around her. But today, because something special is happening, I'm going to share her and share some of my good sweet space. So let me greet the chat. And before I do that also, I dedicate this moment and this stream to my love, Gregory. May he continue to rest in peace. Today is 23 years since I lost someone that I love so dearly, and literally one of my loves. And I tell you this: if what they told you guys, if what you heard, man, you haven't lived and you have not lived. If you have not loved, if you haven't even tasted love, you haven't lived yet. You have not lived yet. I'm gonna say this, you haven't experienced the beauty of life if you haven't experienced it with love. Man. And it's better. It is truly better to have loved and lost than to have not loved at all. Real talk. So thank God for the memories. I'm very present. I'm very peaceful. And with that being said, also I have a stream that I'm really looking forward to on the 8th about celebrating life. And I'm hoping as many people possible will join me for that very special stream, celebrating life. With that being said, let me go ahead and get into this chat. See, Ova was the first one here. So we have see over Ben there was Joe. Peace, Joe. Good to see you. Peace, Mela. Thank you for coming. Yeah, there are. Then we have Big Dub Boogie in the house. Hey, Big Dub. So, y'all, God is rising. What am I talking about here? And what is this for? If you guys have been following me for a while, once again, hey, welcome to all of my new supporters. Thank you for giving me a shot. And welcome back to all of my returning supporters. I appreciate you all so much. So, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I am very much very appreciative of being a woman. I love being a woman. I love my feminine energy. In fact, I call my feminine energy divine. I love femininity. I love being in tune with self. I love self-love, self-accountability, everything, And I love nurturing. I love nurturing my atmosphere. I love being in tune with my spirit. I love being in tune with what's going on around me. I love being open. I love knowing when to close and let something go. I love my connection to the universe. I love my connection to my body, my connection to my spirit. And all these things, guys, are first of all because I really embrace being a woman. I really embrace everything that comes with being a woman. I embrace the hormonal indifferences. I embrace the different emotions. I embrace being an emotional being. I embrace it. Oh, I embrace my pain. I embrace my journey. I embrace growth. I embrace obstacle. Family, I embrace it. Right? So, one of the reasons why I'm able to be as free, as open as I am, is because I take the time and I do the work to be a better woman. I do the work to be in tune with self. I know that I cannot benefit anyone else if I'm not first taking care of me. If I'm not first nurturing myself, I cannot really give to anyone or anything else fully. I can't be present to anyone's needs, honestly, if I'm not present really and truly to my own, not wholly. So, if you read the description about this workshop coming up and awakening the goddess within you, man, listen, okay, the questions that I asked, that this is going to help with is, okay, are you a woman who you feel stuck? Do you feel like something is wrong with your body? Do you struggle with embracing the different changes that your body goes through as a woman? Whether you are single, whether you are married, whether you have children or not, do you struggle with the changes of your body that every last single one of us experiences it? Hmm? And what about this? Do you struggle with knowing how to be or how to feel sexy? Do you feel like you've never had that sensuality, or you've never really been in touch with your sexuality without someone else trying to define it for you? Or do you feel like you've been confined into this box of what your sexuality should be and who it should be for? Is that you? Is that you? And how about this? You have a love life that sucks, or rather, you're lacking a love life. You desire love, you desire romance, you desire to open your heart, you desire to share some common space with someone, and there appears to be a block, and you can't figure out why that block is there. You can't figure out how to break through that block. This may be for you. How about, have you forgotten what a libido is? Have you forgotten what a libido is, because you haven't felt like, sharing your body, connecting skin to skin with someone, being intimate. You haven't felt like just having anything to do with it in years, and you're out of touch. You don't have you do you feel like no one is attracted to you? You're undesirable because your libido is shut off. Those are just four of the things that you could probably have a breakthrough in this workshop that is created to help nurture you, to help get you as a woman to focus on you unapologetically. You know, as nurturers, as women, we take care of everybody. Everybody, we're taking care of parents, we're taking care of children, husbands, you take care of things at school. That's, you're taking care of everyone, everything. And you know what? Sometimes we slip through the cracks. And it's not until we have a meltdown, it's not until we have a breakdown that we scream for help. We're just, it's not until we are like literally just so exhausted. Have you ever been there? Where you just felt like you just give so much. And in part, a lot of your giving is because it's your responsibility to give. And responsibilities don't wait. They don't really give you a break, right? But if you've been there, right, and you get drained, you get tired, and you sometimes you put yourself on the back burner. Sometimes we don't know how to take care of ourselves, how to do something for ourselves as a woman and not feel guilty about it. Sometimes a 15-minute break, sometimes a walk in the park, sometimes a getaway, a one day or a weekend getaway can seem selfish. And sometimes people will make you feel selfish. They'll try to make you feel guilty, send you on a whole guilt trip, not knowing that it's just truly something that you need. Your cup is getting empty. And there's nothing that we can give from an empty cup. Greetings, Jack. So because sometimes as women, we forget how important we are and should be for ourselves while taking care of everybody else and everything else. Especially if you've gotten married and started having children at a young age, right? This could be for you a personal day for you. And fellas, maybe sometimes you yourselves are not aware of the needs, the spiritual, the emotional, the feminine needs of the women around you, your mother, your wife, even your sisters, girlfriends. Sometimes maybe you're not aware of how draining no matter how loving they may be, or even stressful they may be, you may not be in tune to what's missing for themselves, right? So, Renee Aldoff is a YouTuber that I've recently connected with through one of my favorites, Yusef Scott. And I just truly love being in her space. Her space is like a truly a breath of fresh air. It's definitely a safe space for women. You guys know, and I'll probably drop the link later on, but several things that she's talked about herself and other panelists is about being comfortable in your own skin. You guys know, like if if you've been around me a while, you've heard me talk about good evening, myself. I love nudity. So we had a conversation on her channel one time talking about nudity. And the nudity being, just being so comfortable with your own skin, being comfortable with who you are, that you can embrace your nakedness. And I tell you, like, that's me. Like, I love nudity. I love nakedness because I embrace all of who I am. And so we're talking about that. I mean, so many feminine things, so many girly and feminine things, like the core of us as women. So talking about sensuality, oh my goodness, talking about the care of our yonis, right? And loving on our yonis and yoni eggs, the usage of yoni eggs, and just so much more. So I feel so confident in sharing this information with you about this workshop that is going to be happening. It's a 2-day workshop that's going to be happening this month. This month. So I definitely had to come on early and try to share. The slots are limited. Um, let's go over what you can expect, okay, at this event. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the hosts, all right? So first I'll start with Renee that I just shared about. Renee is an international tantric, holistic therapist, relationship and sexuality coach. She is an ordained interfaith minister and a rebirther. She began her journey as a healer more than 23 years ago as a psychotherapist, and her path towards Tantra has been long and never ending. Through her own journey of sexual healing towards wholeness and expanded pleasure, she has come to believe there's a lot more to sex and pleasure than what our culture has led us to believe. Let's see, so that's just a little bit about her, and then I'm going to go over to talk to one of the other hosts, which is Frenchie Davis. Frenchie Davis is a sexual abolitionist who will be one of your guides at the Goddess Rising 2-day virtual workshop. She is an authority on human sexuality with a focus on the African American community. She combines her love and expertise of social services, education, and pop culture to entertain, educate, and enhance the emotional and sexological intelligence of her audience. Moving on to the next one, there is more to share about all these ladies. I'm going to definitely share the link. And so then there is Essence, who is the last host and guide, and she is an author and a sensual dance instructor, known as the bubbling brown sugar of burlesque, as a dual degree former lap dance engineer of the upscale gentlemen's club scene. Essence tours the USA, Canada, and Europe, both solo and with Giselle Mason's exploration of the erotic as power antithesis. She was crowned 2016 Queen of Classic Burlesque Milan Extraordinary. She won Silver Tusk Awards Social Justice Burlesque Girl 2017, won Judge's Choice Making Burlesque Matter Award at an Alternate Ease 2017. When not on stage, Essence empowers women to proudly embrace the personal sense of sexuality through her storytelling, teaches seductive dance and workshops. Her goal is to help encourage women to dare to be their most self-loving selves, both on stage and especially off. Good evening, Underrated Darkness, and good evening, sis. Eunice, good to see you. So, they have limited seats for this virtual event. And I'm going to drop the link to the event. Okay. Please share this information if you're interested with others. Let me hit copy and paste. There we go. Yes. We had a discussion earlier. Oh, let me sip some tea. So we had a discussion earlier on Renee's channel about the good part of dancing, about the good things of the dance industry and the negative things of the dance industry. And what Essence does is Essence actually talks about a lot of the positive things from a positive aspect and the things that are not talked about, the manner and the way things are not talked about. So it's going to be very intriguing and very exciting and very, very loving. This is not, listen, this is not at all about anything shameful, unwomanlike, or embarrassing. It is all about self-love. It is all about being with your divine feminine energy, enhancing all of who we are as a woman and not denying anything about who we are as a woman. Being in tune with self for self, unapologetically. So, I'm not going to be much longer because I just wanted to share that information. If you have any questions, you can definitely hook up and ask them to those that will be guiding the workshop. All right. I definitely will say and encourage every woman to explore all of her own journey and embrace the journey. You know, there are so many things that as women, especially busy women in this world, in this such a busy society, that just kind of gets swept over us and swept past us. And everyone is trying to define our lives and define our way of being. And I just want to encourage you and let you know that is not a way for us to live as women, okay? No, it really isn't. It's not a way to even love yourself as women. And we deserve so much more, okay? You deserve so much more. If you are struggling in any way with any of these things as a woman, help is present. And I would not just guide you to anywhere. So with that being said, that's going to be all for now. I did drop the link. I will, let me see. It's already shared here in the description box. So also, let me grab her channel, Renee's channel. The other ladies do not have a channel, but I'm going to drop the link to Renee's channel. And you guys can go and check her out. Yes, Mela, it's a beautiful thing, Mela. And also, I may be changing my description, but I'm going to also share my woman channel you guys, my channel for my sisters, my women's channel basically. So let me grab my women's channel. Because I'm going to start doing more content over there. I'm going to start holding more discussions over on my women's channel. And while other women and others are welcome, this channel is primarily for Black women because we have different experiences and different issues that are unlike any other woman in the world. Hey, Faith, good to see you. Faith, did you get my text message, girl, about the donuts? Oh my goodness, this is so good. Sounds for my team. And Faith, you came in at the tail end. Please catch the replay. Thank you all for coming through. Everyone have yourselves a good run out of panel tonight. Run out of panel tonight. Oh, Mela. you want me to do one tonight, Mela? If I start one up for like an hour? I can do one tonight for like an hour. If you like. So, but okay, is would you like that? Let me know. Drop it in the chat. And you didn't get it? Hi, Monica. Mo, good to see you. Faye, yesterday, girl, me and my gourmet donut flavored coffee, right? So I'm drinking my coffee yesterday, having some coffee. I'm like, man, I really want some donuts. I really want some donuts. So next thing I know, I text my neighbor and I text one of my sisters and I was like, would you like some sugar circles? That's what I call going to Krispy Kreme. That's what I call, okay, sidebar. I have got all off from the screen, but so I call Krispy Kreme donuts sugar circles because they are literally, I think, the sweetest donuts you could ever have. It's like literally just pouring a pound of sugar on your tongue. Okay, so I was like, good night, Monica. So I was like, I cannot go get donuts and have donuts to myself. There is no need for me to have like 6 donuts. No, I cannot do it. So I did. I really got a dozen of donuts, sugar, aka sugar circles, and went and shared my sugar circles that I was craving. And of course, I thought about you and that half a dozen donuts that you had, or was it a whole dozen? Don't remember. Anyway, so yes, they have. Yes, I have. I drink a lot of gourmet coffees. So I have a vanilla gourmet flavored donut. Awesome sauce. Thank you, Mela. Thank you. So that's it, everybody. So remember, again, this is the Guidance Rising Workshop. Please catch the replay if you missed it to get the information. Also, the link is in the description box. Please also, if you want some really good, peaceful space, please check out Renee's channel. And with that being said, everyone, oh, and again, sub to my women's channel. Sub to my women's channel up there. Have a good night in the meantime, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.